The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast, everybody. Hi, episode 619 in the studio.
Jeez.
Your Whiskey Brothers. Seated to my left, my right-hand man, the Right Reverend Robert L. Mungle.
Yeah, good to be here.
Feels weird with you over here. I like it, but it's weird.
Yeah.
It's and then across the table, of course,
chair every time.
our recurring members, as always. Dale, I'm famous on Twitter now, Cheeseman.
You're welcome.
And Trey Tutson in the room.
Shout out to our new 400,000 listeners.
Yeah.
Quite the jump this week.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And then we are joined by a very special guest. Zach, why has it taken so long for you to be on here? Zach Dickson.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Let's get fucked up, boys.
There you go. You do know how things
It's like
work.
a new hockey coach. It's very soft-spoken and just going to do shots immediately.
Great to be here, guys.
Great to be here, boys. Let's get fucked up.
We raise a glass. Zach is going to chase this with his LaCroix, and Trey Tutson is going to chase with.
He's drinking.
We moved him to the White Lightning. Every new member of the podcast has to do a shot
We've
of the White Lightning.
Oh my god!
This is Trey's White Lightning.
Cheers.
We're all drinking Deer Hammer.
And my wife is looking. I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't even try to taste it. Just fucking shoot it.
We got a face,
so
baby.
angry.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That took a second.
Ooh, White Lightning.
That's
No.
a lot of chase.
No.
We finally found something
God,
that
this
makes
shit
you
is hot.
speechless.
This shit is hot. Woo!
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh god damn!
I gotta
Welcome
say,
aboard.
I'm pretty sure I sounded like a much
I
bigger
feel more
bitch when I did
racist.
it.
I don't know why.
Well, the upside is all of us were partaking of some lovely Deer Hammer.
I'm
Comes to us.
drinking Jack Daniels fucking
Single barrel.
Yeah.
Hey,
We don't give a fuck or a damn.
Zach, you chased that.
Oh.
You chased that with LaCroix.
I didn't chase it. That was very good.
I've never
Shout out
a
to Deer Hammer.
little chocolatey. It's nice.
God
It's
damn.
Coloradan, but
Are you gonna be okay, Trey?
Okay, I'm just reading. Y'all didn't tell me it was 125 proof.
Oh.
well, I did.
We also didn't show you this user manual that came with it.
It just came out as you don't throw up, do you?
No, my ears is hot. Like
Oh, my God.
what?
Yeah. When I asked you if you threw up, that's what I was telling you. It was 120 proof.
No, it take a lot to forget shit to come out my body. But
That'll do it.
oh shit,
Yeah.
what the fuck this from? Kentucky?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
That's
don't,
what racists
Never
drink.
going to Kentucky.
they don't like niggas there. That much. Ain't no black jockeys. You know that shit in the
you're
derby.
all too
Well,
tall.
What? What
You're the
about
shortest
Jermaine Fowler?
You should drive. You should drive through more southern front yards.
Oh, yeah, I learned about that one the hard way when I was too old to not know.
You got a lawn jockey, daddy.
Hi, I'm trying to get
I
it
brought a
together.
dude to my parents' house, and it never occurred to me, but it was like definitely the first black person that has stepped foot in my parents' house in like 20 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's only because that's how long I had been around. I don't know how long it was before that. But we spent the rest of the afternoon, he was just pointing out the subtle racist things. And I was like, that's just our toothpick holder. What are you talking about?
Just a little mammy.
well, what holds your toothpaste?
It's like a nice man actually in the bathroom holding. That's our toothpaste holder. What do you guys have?
All right, Benson.
Shit, man.
Benson.
Zach, you left the Houston scene and you moved off to Austin? Is
San
that-
Antonio.
San Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
You're close. We like San Antonio.
Yeah, do we? All right.
Yeah, you got a river walking, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
It's that list
Yeah.
short.
What do they do in San Antonio?
There are
There's
those
Oh,
gay
dude.
donuts.
Wait,
gay
wh-
donuts?
Didn't we have a whole episode about the gay donuts in San Antonio?
Did
maybe.
we?
I don't know. We drink a lot. I
Probably.
have no memory of that.
It might
Wait,
be at
gay-
400.
Gay donuts.
That's a thing, dude.
Sounds
You mean
gross.
croissants?
I've been.
Oh shit.
How do you find San Antonio these days, Zach?
It's good if
No, the answer's down 35. Oh, yeah, these are the jokes you can get
Rob,
Whiskey Brother podcast.
Rob
When
was
this is on, I lose my game.
Rob was around when that joke was written.
Yeah.
Oh man.
If I had to give someone mythical directions to San Antonio, I'd be like, see the yellow brick road? Go the other way.
What do you do out there, Zach?
Riverwalk.
You
Get
walk
donuts.
you walk down the river.
You go to the Riverwalk.
You remember the Alamo.
I feel like
Constantly reminding everybody. You remember when we fucking lost?
You know what San Antonio's least favorite day of the year is? 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like, we were already remembering.
Yeah. You would like
It
never
looks like
forget
y'all
if we were
forget.
already.
You never
Oh,
forget,
shit.
but always remember. The Alamo. That's how it is.
Trey, you had a question.
well, I was asking what he do. I figure he just.
I want to know, what do you think?
I think you just think about Houston. That's what I think you do while you out there.
Listen to
Damn.
screw tapes?
Yeah, that's all you do is just reminisce about Houston while you in San Antonio.
I love Beyonce.
And he from New Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Which is a condescending
Well, you know what?
state.
That way, I feel like
How is
Trey,
New Mexico? Oh,
I feel like Trey read the back of your baseball card when none of us were paying attention.
But remember
Says here you also had a 3.7 ERA your senior year.
You know, when you promised Mr. Hudson that you were going to do something with your life after he saved your life.
You know, well, in his defense, San Antonio is the closest thing to New Mexico.
It's
That's
newer.
so true,
It's
Rob.
just
That
newer.
is
It's
so
newer
true,
Mexico.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it is,
fucking nuts.
It's
yeah.
like New Mexico there.
New Mexico is condescending.
Why do you say that?
Because it's a direct shot at Mexico.
I think it's the most American thing we've ever done.
Right?
Because all the other ones were named after old places in
yeah.
Europe, and they're like, "This is Mexico. This is New Mexico. Fuck you."
New Hampshire, though.
I'm pushing to get Wyoming removed and just call it New Canada.
What's regular Hampshire though?
That's what I'm. It was
It's
English.
a fucking neighborhood in England.
Oh, for real?
It's like 3 streets and a bakery.
Why is that funny?
What's regular Hampshire?
Hampshire.
You didn't change
You know
a
it
lot.
sucks.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah,
here.
because we've got the new one.
I mean, there's so
Everyone
many
loves it.
small things that we have the new England shit.
Yeah, I know where New England came from.
Yeah.
Mexico.
I figured that one out.
Didn't
Oh, we
New
only
York
have
used to
2.
be called New Amsterdam?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they changed it because of the drug policies. That's what I heard. That's a rumor.
That's a rumor.
No,
There's a difference between a myth and a rumor.
It could be the same. You changed. Why you drinking that water?
That's his.
That's
his.
what I mean. Him.
What do you mean?
That shit nasty.
The back of
fam.
your
Isn't it?
baseball
That's
card. Great.
garbage. That shit is garbage.
Even got a
man.
fucked up name.
LaCroix. So we were talking about this earlier. I took my first sip of LaCroix,
Yeah.
and it tasted so indecisive.
Like
It's a wishy-washy drink.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it wants to be
Yes.
sweet or if it wants to be water. Yeah, that's a good. yeah.
It tastes like it rained on a starburst.
Yeah. That's liquid Switzerland.
That part of your,
Even the fucking name is fucking
Yeah.
Swiss.
is that part of your
Fire.
diet?
It's the flavor
Sort
of,
of,
I'll sit
yeah.
this one out.
It does. It always checks D. Like
Everything every great drink you can put it as a mixer in like with whiskey, like orange
Yeah.
juice.
right.
This and Pepsi don't mix with anything. Those are the only two things.
What?
Pepsi-
Jack and Pepsi?
That's
You out
gar-
your goddamn mind,
That's
Rob.
garbage.
Pepsi go with a lot of shit.
It does not go with liquor. Nobody orders a
Give
Jack
me
and Pepsi.
Give me the top 3 reasons Pepsi is better than Coke.
Number one, Michael Jackson sponsored it.
Okay.
and burned his hair for his troubles.
Take notes of
Okay.
these because I'm going to refute each and every point.
Michael
First
Jackson.
off, Britney Spears, bro. Next question.
And Beyonce. Remember they had that
Damn
dope ass
it.
commercial? Coke
Pink.
ain't do that.
Okay, Britney Spears. Remember the shaved head
Okay.
ears? Okay.
Number 2, they tried to help with injustice. Remember they commercial everybody shit on last year? They tried to help. Coke didn't do that.
That's wait, they had the racist
Coke
commercial.
just kept poisoning it. No, that wasn't really a racist commercial. It was a deep message in that.
What was the message?
I feel like Coca-Cola is one of those companies that like they had the first black guy in a commercial and the country rioted, but like they tried.
Remind me though. It was a Super Bowl commercial, correct?
No, it
Or it was just. It was earlier in the year.
It was one of the Jenners. It was Caitlyn or one of the
Kylie.
One of the Kardashians or Jenners.
Yeah.
What did she do?
One of the derivatives.
She did. It was like some niggas, some niggas against each other. It was like some.
That was
cops
the thing.
and
There was
people.
only like 2 black
There was
guys
only
in
like
the
2
commercial.
niggas, yeah. But it was like a protest or something happening.
was a
and she
cellist.
walked up, gave him a Pepsi.
Yeah.
And it was basically to just be like,
And all their
hey,
problems went
just
away.
relax. No, it was just to say, just relax.
And the cop that she gave it to was clearly, the plant that the cartel put through cop school in America.
That's right. So she presented the
He didn't
Pepsi,
give a
and
fuck.
the people got angry because it insinuated that somehow Pepsi was white, like
no,
covering over
people
these
got
problems.
mad because
Pepsi was made it look social injustice protesting like a fun thing to do.
Oh,
okay.
Isn't
it was
it?
a hobby. They're like, "Oh, we protesting? Fuck yeah! Let me grab my fucking cardboard to dance
That's
on."
not what I think.
Okay, what do you think?
I think it failed because niggas got mad that white people was trying. That's what I think. Anytime white people give an effort to help, we get upset. Most of the time. No, nigga,
Reach, brother.
let us struggle.
Hey, how about everybody be quiet and let Trey talk?
I
for
want
a
y'all to
minute?
meet him. I want y'all to meet my friend. He's one of the good ones.
I'm just saying. I didn't see any black men fighting for the North. All right? I didn't see that shit.
Oh,
And it was all white men.
I'm just
Bring
saying.
your
Trey,
ass.
I don't know if there's any black jockeys, but if you stay at this ranch much longer, you'll know how to ride a horse.
Okay.
This is, it's the quickest way out of here.
Let us struggle alone. Like they don't want help for real. Niggas don't want help. We don't want help for real. We just want to get together and complain and then barbecue. That's all we want to do.
damn.
We're not so different.
Ebony and ivory.
You like hunting ivory? Nope, just us. All right.
Let's smoke this shit while things stay the same.
Status quo.
That's what I've learned, though. That's what I've learned.
That's strong. And look, we've learned a lot of things today. San Antonio
Yeah.
has gay donuts.
LaCroix sucks
You drink
still.
gay water.
Got it.
You're on team barbecue.
What are you doing? I really don't even fuck with barbecue. I just know that's what niggas do.
All right,
You know what I mean?
we're gonna pour you a shot of good whiskey and shift you off of the White Lightning.
What the fuck was that?
It was White Lightning. We're going to take a quick break. If you are part of our Patreon, you are watching us live right now. I can say hi to a lot of you guys just visually, and we'll type some things on the break. To be a part of that, just go to patreon.com/whiskeybrothers. All the tiers are there, including the ability to name the whole studio. We'll name it after you for a month if you want it. Also, you can drunk dial us, 323-510-7468.
Let's call it Black Jockey Studio.
Black Jockeys. You know what? I'm going to let you mention the studio name next segment. We're
Nigga
coming
Riders.
right back on the Whiskey Brothers podcast.
Are you new to the Whiskey Brothers? Then check out the legendary first 400 episodes. Access the archives at praisewhiskey.com.
Welcome back. One shot, and Trey is already on the ropes. I like it. We are joined by Zach Dickson, longtime Houston comic,
God
good friend of all of ours. It's taken us so long to get you on.
Did you tell him his handle yet?
You can. I love this to death. You can follow all of us on Twitter. Everyone is there at Rob Mungle, at Dale Cheeseman 4.
You don't have to tell him my Twitter handle.
I know. Oh, I know. Or you could just go to the BBC for Dale's. I think George Takai tweeted yours.
Who?
That little guy. Trey Tutson is on there. TRETUTSON. And then, man, this is the most gangster. Zach So Raven.
God damn.
How you came up with that?
Give it up.
ZACH.
I don't know. I was just
Nigga, do
thinking
you
about
have
being.
a forklift hat on? Nigga got on a construction working hat. That's funny
That's
because
right,
you look like complected Mexican, so that makes sense.
Yeah, you know what? Now that he mentions it,
Oh my
I
god!
think that's the San Antonio in you.
You look like
That's
Chingo
how that
Bling's
works?
cousin.
You look like a privileged day laborer. Like
Like you're in charge, though.
yo, he get all the jobs.
You know what's funny is I've low key been striving for that my whole life. It's
Yeah.
maybe not so white.
God
Just enough where if you could get on a minority show.
Yeah, or they come up speaking Spanish to me in the airport, and I go,
Zach didn't smile in a picture for 15 years.
All right, trick
more
question.
true than you know.
Trick question. Which button do you stop at on a button-up shirt?
Oh, it don't stop, baby.
Depends on the
buttons
neighborhood.
don't stop.
I ain't never seen him in one.
The two spare ones underneath.
I've always wanted to go to a cholo wedding, and like at the end of the night when everyone's getting kind of loose, just undo one bottom button. Just be like, ooh, that's so fun.
I raised my glass.
All right, man.
Trey,
Yeah.
me and you are on the Don Julio right now. We went to some tequila while the rest of you finish off
that's
that beer.
the
Hammer.
PJ.
Tequila aged in
All right,
a
Trey.
liquor bottle, in a whiskey.
It's a reposado, so it's it is aged a little bit.
Yeah, but it's in a whiskey barrel, right? Is that right? Yeah.
No, not whiskey.
Good.
Not whiskey. Oh, well, then never mind. I know
fantastic.
nothing. And fucking move on.
It's just an oak barrel.
Trey, you like ponies?
What? What?
Rob, did you return that Segway you bought?
That's
Man.
right.
So I
I don't
actually
fuck around with the mystery of fucking.
I think Trey. I believe Rob
Chief
wanted to.
Justice Kennedy's in the news.
Rob wanted to talk to you about ponies. I believe. What the?
I asked a couple fellas about ponies. Nobody would answer
Wait a
me.
minute.
Explain to me your day. Where
This is the thing pisses me off.
hang on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Explain explain to me the process. Like when you're like, I asked a couple of people about ponies.
All right.
How does that?
Can I mention this?
Are they random
I'm
people?
on that
He
other
was in a
podcast.
bar.
I had that podcast, Dumb as Hell. I've
Yeah.
never plugged it because I feel like
No.
it's
What is it?
disrespectful.
What is it?
It's Dumb as Hell. It's on YouTube. It's with Michael Day and Zai Devji. We get on there and we
Wear
talk about
shorts and
stuff.
shit.
They do. I don't. I'm
Shot from the
respectable.
waist up.
But I had asked them at the end, hey man, what's up with ponies? And then they just cut the segment off. They're just like, yeah, we're done.
What do you mean? What's up with ponies? I don't understand.
Are they retarded horses? Because
Get the fuck out of here. I can't follow that. Why could that not be at the end?
as I do my research, I'm finding out
research?
that nigga, I Googles. And I do other shit. And I don't click on the first link like Wikipedia. I look
Right.
Classic trap.
nigga that, yeah, exactly. I look for people who breed them and shit.
Real
Ponies-
geniuses go to the second page.
Ponies are just young horses.
Well, let him.
Hell no. Because if they young horses, they would grow up and be a horse. They don't grow up and become a horse. You
Yes,
know
they do.
Motherfucker, they know. They stay small.
The retarded ones,
Oh.
we purposefully made retarded.
Oh, wait, are you
Hang on.
talking-
We're talking
wait,
about
wait.
Shetland
They're
ponies.
about
Shet-
She's talking
man.
about designer
Shetland
mental
ponies.
retardation.
Gucci retard.
Hey, hang on. I want him to be confused in movies, but also not scared of the lawnmower. Can we get in there?
Look, I want to make some changes, but let's keep it close to Peter Dinklage. You know? I want to veer too far off.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Trey. Trey is like a so much better version of Seinfeld. It's like, what's the deal with ponies?
Were they just retarded
Like
horses?
retarded?
It's like if
Let's be
Seinfeld came
honest.
is like, these fucking Mexicans.
So wait, Trey. So here's the.
You're
all right,
talking about Shetland ponies.
specifically a
not-
breed.
Yeah, and they were but niggas like different breeds of the Shetlands. I was seeing they
Yeah.
had like these different.
But like when a girl said, when a like the typical, I want a pony. They just want a baby horse.
Man,
They don't want a Shetland
Yeah.
pony. Shetland ponies can sleep on your
That's
couch.
fucking stupid. That's
It's
dumb.
like having a horse dog.
Let the nigga grow.
Shetland ponies are like the fantasy idea of a pony. A real pony just looks like a Holocaust victim horse. Like they're too skinny, but they're already really tall.
Oh, like a Mexican rental, a Mexican rental horse.
But
Exactly.
but they should have changed the name.
But
Wait till you see a fucking mule, dude.
those are gonna be retarded horses. But here's the deal: Shetland ponies. If John Wessling were here, he'd explain to you that they are basically midget horses, and that midgets
Yeah.
are Shetland people. Is the way Johnny?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it really is. It makes a lot of sense.
I think that's what he meant by retarded.
You know that's what retarded is. It's
Just
just stunted growth.
Yeah,
Nigga retarded. That's what it is.
We as a society have decided that dwarfism and retardation aren't the same, but they are.
But
both
they are
funny.
exactly the
They are
same.
funny.
When you say stunted growth that way, it makes
Yeah.
so much sense.
You're a retarded person. You just didn't grow.
You stopped at 3.
You're like a small tree.
A shrub.
Yeah, you're a shrub. You're a shrub of a nigga. That's what you are.
Oh god damn.
A Schwigger.
There are days when I could listen to him talk for hours.
Oh dude, it's the greatest.
You have to come
It's
up with.
so good.
You have to come up with a midget black person name that we can.
I don't even know.
No, only you.
Don't we just call
have
them
the skill-
victims? A small black person is just a victim.
A midget black person.
What you got, Dale? I know you got something smooth and racist.
To Pete.
To Pete?
To Pete.
It's like petite, but the way black dudes do a T with an apostrophe.
Proper. Y'all know Zach calls me mad problematic. That's
Mad
like his
problematic?
favorite thing to say to me. You said it to me Saturday.
All the time.
Why is that the case, Zach?
Well, Trey, here's something about Trey is he has a hard, steadfast opinion that he will go to war with about something he just heard.
With
So off instinct, he's just ready to go.
that sounded right. Gloves off.
Yeah.
Retarded horses.
And then some fucking
I'll
how.
fight you.
I went to page 2, motherfucker.
They can't.
Page 2.
They don't understand the concept of a god.
What rhymes with I did not stop at Wikipedia?
You don't see no Cherokees riding no Shetland pony. That's why they lost the Civil War.
Trey's never said, I don't know.
I never,
Or let me think about that. Let me hold that over.
I never had somebody nail me so good.
Dude.
That's exactly what I do. I hear it.
They had Shetland ponies in Pearl Harbor. That's how they died. They were irradiated and turned into Godzilla.
Zach heard
I don't know why I'm doing Tracy Morgan now.
You ever been sneak attacked by some retarded ponies? You ever had the midget horses just show up at your door unannounced?
They sneak up on you in the night. They can't be heard because they have no hooves. They float on
They
air.
didn't grow. They grow from the body out. They made it to the knees.
They don't get no bigger.
Soft ending.
All of our booby traps were set for hire.
Yeah, Zach heard me argue with a woman about wage gap for like 25 minutes. That bitch didn't know what she was talking about.
And you did.
I
And
knew
then he
exactly what I was
Heard
talking
you
about.
arguing with her.
Dude.
It was your set on a show.
45 minutes
that was
later.
Doing a set.
I misunderstood
which
the
turned
show.
into an argument with a lady over the wage gap.
45 minutes,
But I
I
was
realized
right.
she was talking about thigh gaps. He was completely.
I was right, though.
This was before his set,
This
What?
was before, yeah.
right?
That was
Yeah.
practice?
I love arguing
He
with
just
women.
walks around ready.
Especially white women, because they get so passionate. Like, black women will just leave.
Yeah, she cried for sure.
Fuck you.
forget
I
who
have
told
the
me
Oh,
that.
yeah, I
opposite
shit on them.
experience.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go
No.
ahead.
No, I'm saying I have the opposite experience. Usually white women just roll their eyes at me, but black women will tear me apart.
Yeah.
Well, so what was her argument for wage gap?
She don't know the wage gap.
But
So
tell me, what was her argument? What was her argument, real quick, in a nutshell?
the fairness, right? The fairness shit.
Women should make
Which-
some nonsense like women should make the same as men or something.
With whatever. But this is the part she doesn't know, right? This is the part they don't know.
Right, that glass ceiling is real.
It's only no, but it's only with women with high salaries. It's basically privileged bitches complaining. That's what it is. If you hear a bitch making 65 to 75,000, like, oh, I want more, bitch. I'm
It's
struggling.
847, by the way.
No, that's not it. But that's not it though. If you hear them making a lot of, if you hear about them making a lot of money, but this is the sad part. They poured on the women that's making hourly. So all they do is they make a broad statement and say, men make $1 more an hour than us. And you got a bitch at Walmart thinking that the male cashier makes $9 and she only makes $8. And that's not the case. It's only for those women that's at those higher salaries. That's where the argument comes from. But you have no argument if you sound like a privileged asshole complaining.
God damn.
And I shut her down, and she walked away crying. Then she came back explaining bipolarism, which I don't,
Bipolarism.
I don't believe
You have
in.
to watch the marches and the rallies and find out their
Yeah.
points, and then remember all of them had the weekend off.
You nailed it, Dale. Yeah,
That's who was there.
yeah,
She came back from crying.
yeah.
And she
go
was
ahead, go
like,
ahead,
she's
Zach.
kind of explaining herself, like, yeah, you know, like I've been kind of going through some stuff, you know, like I've like PTSD,
Oh, yeah.
and he goes, PTSD, I call that pretend. What'd you call it? Pretend.
I called it pretend stress disorder.
That's so good.
Doesn't even fit into the acronym, and he goes pretend.
Yeah.
No, there's a dash between
Pretend.
pre-10.
That's exactly what I said.
Pretend sounds like a running back.
dash-
Then the
person.
argument just became 20 minutes about the double initial. He's like, you can do that with a dash.
All right, so
That's all it
wait,
was
pretend what?
Pretend stress disorder. Like you're faking, nigga. I mean, it could be real. I just never seen somebody with it, so therefore it ain't true to me.
Well, here's the deal. I have definitely seen.
Oh,
this
that's
is
right.
like
That's
ponies again.
Here you go.
hang on.
Here you go.
No.
You well traveled. Here we go
stop.
with the subtle shit.
No, this is.
Trey, I've been places.
If you was, well, Trey, I have been places. I have definitely seen military
I like
people.
how he takes you out with like, oh, because you've been, because you've seen things.
You go, come over here
You're gonna
and
tell me my
beat me.
opinion isn't real because you know stuff.
Beat
Did
me
you know in
with
Belize
facts
they're
and
called
experience.
I want to hear this.
I'm not trying to
'cause
wow
I
you
wanna learn.
with facts and experience. What I am going to say is that I have seen it for certain in people that have returned from the military. Outside of that, I believe that about 90% of the claim cases are absolute bullshit.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
with you.
bitches that want an
I actually-
identity.
I actually agree with you.
identify as a pretend stress disorder victim. No, she really got mad at me when I said, "What are you a recipient of?" Because she was like, "My thing is mental health." I said, "Oh, so you one of the mentally ill motherfuckers? What are you a recipient of? Like, what's your illness?"
Right.
And then everybody's like, "Oh, that's not how you supposed to say that." Well, I'm trying to get to know you. Like, what am I supposed to say?
What the fuck's wrong with you? Give me some man.
Get yourself together. God damn
Put those pills down. I'm trying to have a conversation.
What's wrong with you?
Trey is the most real motherfucker I've never
Yeah.
heard someone
No,
speak
it's-
so honestly in my whole. It's uncomfortably so.
But I don't believe it. I don't believe she got anything. She's trying to claim something so that she can be irresponsible for
I
her
agree with you.
actions.
I agree
That's
with-
all she's trying to do. And she got upset what I was saying. You sat there and was like, "You can't talk to people like that."
No,
Trey."
all I said
What'd you
because
say?
you said, "What are you a recipient of?"
and you said,
And I was like, "What?"
That's a weird way to phrase it.
And then
That
he
is
goes-
a weird
and
way
then
to phrase
he goes,
it.
He goes, "From God. What did
That's
what, what mental disorder did you receive from God?"
What did
And I
God
was like,
give you?
"That's fucking stupid."
And guess
Trey.
what?
It wasn't that you shouldn't talk to her about it.
But-
I support you going in on girls who
But
just
Zach-
stop crying.
but Zach, didn't the bitch answer?
Yeah,
I said, "What did God give you?" PTSD and bipolarism.
And she
started
couldn't wait to say that too.
This the thing pissed me-
Would she like smile right before?
She have a
She's like,
business card that I'm
No.
so and so and I suffer
She was
from.
annoying, man.
This is one of the many notes I carry from my doctor.
This the
It was
thing.
so
This
funny,
the thing
dude.
really pissed me off though is she started explaining bipolarism. She was like, "Yeah, there's bipolar 1 and there's bipolar 2," and then she started explaining the
There better
levels
be
that
just
it goes
those two,
to.
right?
Yeah, what? And I was like,
Oh, you've never maxed out your character?
I can't be contained to just two polars. Thank you. You're gonna limit me.
I'm-
There's up, there's down. What about left? You fucking asshole.
Yeah, there's more axes than I'm quadrupolar.
Well, they say
It's
that
fluid.
I prefer pan polar.
I'm polypolar. I am polypolar.
I
poly.
am all the prefixes you shall worship beneath me.
It's just this Mobius strip of fucking descriptors, guys.
You know what? I gotta say, people say we need a female voice. I'm thinking, yeah, we need to get some more pussy on this show.
Zach
she
Dickson.
didn't have it though.
Zach Dickson, thank you for sitting in. You can be found very easily. Zaxo Raven on Twitter, ZACH, the handle. The rest of us are on there as well. For those of you following along on our Patreon, we thank you for hanging out.
Zaxo Raven. That's as queer as the water you drink.
You know the LaCroix wasn't fake. Trey Tutson, Dale Cheeseman, Rob Mungle, Zach Dickson, I am Slade Ham. You can find us at praisewhiskey.com. We'll see you on a future episode. God, I love you guys.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.